Yo, yo, what up, what up? What's popping? What's good? Iceberg S, what's going on, man? What's good? Let me know if you guys can hear me and see me and all that other good stuff. Man, I just want to thank y'all. I want to thank you guys for 50,000 subscribers, people. You feel what I'm saying? Appreciate it. I appreciate the shit, man. Real talk, real talk. What's going on? What's popping? So yeah, I want to do this real quick, man. Unique 79, what up? Hopi, what's going on? Man, I want to shout out every last one of y'all, man, for you know what I'm saying, for rocking. You feel what I'm saying? For rocking with April MC, for rocking with my wife, because my wife, she does a lot of stuff behind the scenes. You feel what I'm saying? So, shout out to all of y'all in the chat for liking, sharing, subscribing, all of that shit, man. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to, hold on, who else is up in here? Half Blood Prince, Leon Kids, Giuliano, Reese, Jay from Connecticut, who is Ace, what up, McCann Cornell, Kerson, oh man, I can't even say that name, Zoo, Willabanzi, some shit, my bad, I'm fucking up your name. Antoine Davis Dodds, shout out to you, Keith Joe, Theo C, Jason B, D's Nuts in the building, April M. Kerson, what up? Past Paper, Jay from Connecticut, Jakuzu, shout out to you. Shout out, man. Facts. Yeah, man. So, real quick, I wanted to also, I just wanted to talk about, how deep the game is. You understand? And the reason why I go so hard when it comes to the game. You understand? Because dudes be like, yo, Lucario, why the fuck are you always going so hard on this game shit? You understand? And dudes would be like, oh, everything isn't about game and game. Everything. You can't escape it. You understand what I'm saying? You can't escape it. And the thing is, it's hard to describe for some people because some people just don't get it. And when we talk about games, this is why we did the documentary, because we wanted people to take this shit seriously. You talk about game. Okay, so if you say the game, you're talking about life. Period. You understand? You said the internet is janky. Hold on, let me see if I could. Let me see if I can fix this shit. Hold on. Let me see if I can fix this shit. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Hold on. Let me see if I can fix. Hold on. All right. All right. Hopefully it gets better. Hopefully the internet connection gets better. I don't know why it's acting all janky and shit. But let me know if you guys can see me, if you guys can see what's popping off. Okay. Yeah, I just got on the Wi-Fi just now, so hopefully it'll get better. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully it'll get better since I'm on the Wi-Fi. So let me know if you guys can see me, hear me, and all that other good stuff before I get into this. So the thing is this, man. Okay, it seems better. All right, cool. Right. So the thing is this: the game. When you talk about the game, you talk about game. You're talking about life, right? Now, when we talk about having game, that means basically having a strategy to get what you want in the life. Right? So no matter what we're talking about, see, the thing we're talking about on this channel is women, right? Now, if you go to my motivation channel, there's game on money, business, happiness, success, spirituality, all that other good stuff. So, but it's all encompassed in game. And this is why the game is deeper than you think, because everything that you have or accumulated in your life is because of a result of your game, basically. You see what I'm saying? Everything you have, right? So if you have a job right now, you got that job because you had the game to get the job. You understand? You had a strategy, and that strategy worked, and that's why you got hired. You understand what I'm saying? If you are in a relationship that you like, that you have a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, or whatever, right? And you love that person, they love you and all that other stuff, and you have a successful situation, right? That's because the game you had to make that situation happen worked for you. Your game was strong. You understand? And that's why you're in the situation you're in. Now, if you're in situations that you don't like, or if you're in situations where you're like, man, I really don't like that this is going down, I wish it could get better, that means your game is weak. That means you have to work on your game to get yourself to the point where you want to go. You understand? And this is why I, stress people understanding game, learning game, and having game, meaning having that strategy to get what they want. You understand? That's why I talk about it. And so on this channel, the content is dating, relationships, women, right? But like my dude Steve always says, he's like, look, the game ain't about women, because the game is always about you. No matter what content or no matter what topic, you are always at the center of every topic, every situation. You understand? This is why when, they have a saying like, wherever you go, you're always there. You understand? So some people, they'll be depressed and upset, and they think, well, maybe if I go move to this other city, I'll be happier. Well, when you move there, you're gonna be there. So it's not the city, it's you. You see what I'm saying? It's you. Shout out to Wendell, what's popping, bro? Explode, what's going on, bro? And see, this is the thing. The reason why I be taking the game so seriously, right, is because, and I don't think I've ever talked about this, but I've actually had 4 near-death experiences, okay? 4. So there was 4 times where I could have died. You understand? Like, I was like in that situation where I could have died at that moment. You understand? So 2 of those situations were car accidents. So I got in 2 car accidents where I could have died, but I didn't. You understand? So luckily, I'm here. I didn't die in those car accidents, but I got into 2 car accidents where I could have died. You understand what I'm saying? Now, another near-death situation was years ago when I was living in Bed-Stuy. I was walking to the train station to pick up this chick that was coming through to see me. And I think I talked about this before. I walked past these dudes or whatever. It was like 7 dudes or whatever. I walked past them, went to the train station, picked her up, as I was walking back, and I was turning the corner. It was like my spidey sense was tingling. I was like, oh shit, they're about to try to get at me. And you know what I noticed? In side note, I gotta take a side note. You know what's funny? I don't know what it is, but there's been a number of occasions where when I was, back in the day, this doesn't happen recently, but back in the day, when I lived in the hood and all that other stuff, there's been a lot of times where most dudes never wanted to step to me one-on-one. I noticed that. I was like, this is interesting. Like, it was always a group of niggas stepping up to me, like 90% of the time. Like, I've never had, and that could just be because dudes is pussy, but it's always been a group of niggas. But anyway, in Bed-Stuy, when I was walking back to the crib with this girl, it was like 7 dudes. I passed them again, and then they waited till I got around the corner, and then they stopped me and they basically robbed me and the chick, but they had me at gunpoint. You feel what I'm saying? So these dudes basically could have shot and killed me, and I would have been dead. Right? Now, the last time when I had a near-death experience, I was at this chick's house. She was having like a get-together party or some shit, and she was one of these like, chicks who like to burn candles and incense and all that other stuff. So she had some candles burning in her room, and she was on like the top floor of this building. And when you walk upstairs, you can get to the roof. So she was on the top floor. And so the candle started burning. The curtains caught on fire. The whole apartment was catching on fire. You understand what I'm saying? And there were actually people upstairs on the roof. And so it was me, her, and one other guy chilling in there. And me, her, and the other dude was like rushing to put the fire out. But it was so much smoke and going into my lungs or whatever, like I almost damn near passed out. You understand? And so if me and the dude and the other chick didn't put out the fire, we would have been done. The people on the roof would have probably died. You understand what I'm saying? Because they would have been trapped up there. You see what I'm saying? But basically we put it out and everything was cool, and you know, the fire people came and all that other stuff, right? But I say that to say this. By the joke, now we can't call in. I'm on my phone right now, so I'm not on the you know, I'm not on my computer. But I say that to say all of this. You know, you're going to die. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna die. We're all gonna die. And luckily, I didn't die in those situations, so I was able to live on to another day and do certain things and experience life. Right now, the reason why I bring that up is because you have to realize that anything could happen at any time, and your shit could be a wrap. You understand what I'm saying? And so because of this, you really should be living your life to the fullest. You understand what I'm saying? And what I'm noticing a lot, and this is what kind of bugs me when I'm doing videos or I do live streams, or I just, because you guys got to understand this. I think about this. I think about the game all day. You understand what I'm saying? Like I think about all right, I'm back. Did you guys, that shit just cut off on me. That shit just cut the fuck off on me. That was crazy. All right, let me know. Abel's funny. He said God needed to make sure that that I met you. That's what's up. All right. So you guys can see me again because it had cut off for a second. It cut off for a second. You understand? Yeah, cut off for a second. Okay, we back. Cool. It cut off for a second, but we back. All right. So what I was saying is that I think about this game shit every day. I think about the next video I'm gonna do so I can teach you guys certain things. I think about, what can I do to explain it and teach it better so guys can get it. And the reason why I think about this is because I say, look, life is short, and I don't want dudes to continuously live in fear, because this is what I'm seeing nowadays, especially on the internet. A lot of guys gravitate to fear-based information. You understand? A lot of guys gravitate just to entertainment to distract them from themselves. You understand what I'm saying? And so what I'm saying is that life is too short for you to be scared to do what you need to do to actually get the experiences that you can get so you can live a more fulfilling life. You understand what I'm saying? Because see, even when we're talking about the topic of women, right? We're talking about women. We're talking about getting girls and all that, and I see so much pushback. You understand what I'm saying? I see so much pushback. And a lot of the pushback is based in fear. Well, why I gotta talk to these girls and it's a waste of time, and these chicks is this way, and it's like, okay, I get that, but you still want women, you still want these experiences. So guys, I always hear this thing where guys say, oh, you're gonna mess with all these girls, and then at the end of it, it's nothing, it's a waste of time. You understand? See, it's only a waste of time if you are not enjoying the moment while you're having those experiences and enjoying it for what it is. It's a waste of time because most guys are trying to find happiness through dealing with women. They think that if I deal with this girl or that girl, then my life is going to change for the better and everything. Like, there's guys out there that they think that if they get with a dime, or they have a girlfriend who's a dime or a hot chick, they think that that is going to solve all their problems. They think that their main problem is oh, I can't get a girl, so that's it. And if I do get a girl, then everything will be great. Shout out to my dude EO in the chat. What's popping, bro? That's what's up, man. Appreciate it, my brother. Shout out to EO. Make sure you guys subscribe to EO. See, and this is what I'm talking about, man. The game is deeper than you guys realize, man. Like, do y'all know that EO be showing y'all the game without even having to tell y'all? You understand what I'm saying? If y'all peep it, y'all don't see. Y'all, I want y'all to peep game. Let me talk about my dude EO for a second. Let me get y'all to peep game. All right. EO has put his. I remember when EO first came on YouTube. You understand what I'm saying? And I remember the first video I saw of this guy. I was like, yeah. I was like, this guy knows what he's talking about. Like, I was like, this guy knows what he's talking about. So I was like, I fucks with this dude. But if you look at the way EO presents himself, right? EO takes time in the details to present himself a certain way. And when you take time with the details to present yourself a certain way, right? That is actually respect. That's showing respect to your audience. That's showing respect to whoever you're interacting with. So even when you're dealing with women, right? When you have your presentation on point, that is respect to the woman that you're interacting with. You understand what I'm saying? Why? Because the people are viewing you, looking at you, experiencing you. So EO freaking, you know what I'm saying? He's you know what I'm saying, has his shit put together as far as his dressing is concerned. You know, always got the haircut shaped up. The studio is tight. All of that stuff matters. It's in the details. You feel what I'm saying? So you get an overall experience. And then that's even before he says a word. So then when he actually is spitting the game, you feel what I'm saying? That's even more game on top of game. This is what I want you guys to understand. I've always said this. Don't just listen to what we say. Look at what we do. You understand what I'm saying? Look at what we do. You see what I mean? I want you guys to understand this. Look at what we do. Because, you know, I tell you guys about, like, look, when you're dealing with a woman, you know, make sure that you're, you know, dealing with a woman who's quality, dealing with a woman who's on point, who can, you know, offer you something more than just sex. You understand? See, this is why I've been with my wife for this many years. You understand? She's contributed and helped me with what I do. Shout out to April. You understand what I'm saying? You see, my girlfriend is here. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all seen April. Y'all seen the positive interactions we have. This is what I'm talking about. Don't just listen to what we say. Look at what we do. Look at the consistency. We come here and we do videos daily. We're consistent with the message, consistent with putting stuff out there. See, everything that we do and everything that we say is a lesson for you to help you in your game. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I take game from looking at and listening to what others are doing. You understand what I'm saying? Like, shout out to Steve Dedeen. Steve Dedeen's been grinding for years. You understand what I'm saying? I peep game on everything. When Steve Dedeen puts together the commercials for the shows, and you know, he puts a whole presentation together. You understand what I'm saying? How Steve Dedeen networks for real dudes. You understand what I mean? So this is the thing that you guys got to peep out. The game is deep. It's like you have to look at everything. You understand what I'm saying? Look at everything. You have to look at everything. You got to look at the details. You see what I'm saying? You got to look at the details, because the details are going to teach you a lot of things. Awareness of what's going on is going to teach you a lot of things. You understand what I'm saying? It's going to teach you a lot of things, because sometimes you miss out on you know, what's actually happening, because you're not looking at the details. You're not looking at the action that's being taken place. You understand? Even listen, even if you're watching, some other content creators, other people who are doing content, you got to also look at their actions. Don't just listen to what they're saying, because sometimes what you'll notice is that their actions aren't congruent with what they're saying. You understand? And then you got to question that. You got to be like, well, wait a second. You understand? Like, if you're the guy that's teaching me to be confident, how come you're not confident? If you're the guy teaching me to be consistent, how come you're not consistent? If you're the guy teaching me to like be assertive, how come you're not assertive? You understand? Like, you gotta see that. And then you gotta look at the opposite. Okay, you're the guy teaching me to be consistent. I see that you're being consistent. You're the guy teaching me about confidence. I see how confident you are. You understand? You're the guy teaching me how to do this or that, and you're doing this and that. You see what I mean? So it's like you have to peep all that out. And you have to understand that, life is short, man. We just lost DMX. You understand what I'm saying? And it is like every day you're hearing of this person dying, that person dying, that person passing away. Some of y'all probably have family members that just passed away this week. You understand what I'm saying? So you gotta understand that this shit is really too short to just be like worrying about a bunch of nonsense and not actually living your life and experiencing certain things that's going to give you a different outlook, a different level of awareness, and also understanding this. See, one of the things that I learned, one of the biggest things that I learned is that nothing can make you happy. You understand? Nothing can make you happy. And the thing is, when I say nothing, I break down that word nothing to no thing. So what I say is, when I say nothing can make you happy, I mean no thing can make you happy. But see, a lot of times you have to be caught up in experiences to recognize that and realize that. Because what happens is that sometimes you believe that if I get this thing, it's going to make me happy. But then you have to get the thing to realize it's not going to make you happy. Because if until you get the thing, until you experience that situation, you're going to constantly believe that situation, that experience, that thing is going to make you happy. But you have to go get it to realize it's not going to make you happy. And then that's when you actually be able to fully enjoy that experience or that thing, because you know it's not going to make you happy. You see what I'm saying? So you take the idea of it making you happy out of the experience and just enjoy the experience. And then ironically, that's what makes you happy. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's the funny shit where I remember even Jim Carrey said something like that. He said something to the effect of, I wish everyone would have all the money and the fame and all that other stuff so that they realize that that's not it. You understand what I'm saying? So you realize that's not it. You understand? And the thing is, it's being able to be appreciative and grateful for what you have, right? And not worrying about or always harping on what you don't have. Because a lot of times, if you want more of something, it's hard for you to get more of something when you don't appreciate what you have in the moment. Because what happens is that if you don't appreciate what you have in the moment, when you do get more, you're not going to appreciate that, because you're going to want more of that. You know what I'm saying? So like, for example, let's give a simple example. Like, even for example, a lot of YouTube creators, myself included, we're looking at the views. We're like, oh man, I wish I could get more views. I get more views. That'll be great. I get more views, get more eyeballs on my shit. That'd be awesome. Probably make more money if I'm get monetized or get more customers, whatever it is, right? Now, what happens is that you have to appreciate the views you get, or how much you got. Because if you get more, so let's say, for example, you have a guy who gets, I don't know, 1,000 views a video on average. He's like, man, I wish I could get 5,000 views, man. This 1,000 views ain't shit. I need to get more. I need to get more subscribers, yada, yada, yada. Right? And then he starts to get 5,000 views a video. So now he was going from 1,000 views. Now he's averaging 5,000 views a video. You understand what I'm saying? Now what's going to happen is he's going to get used to getting 5,000 views a video. And then he's going to be like, man, I need at least 10,000 views a video. Then he goes to 10,000 views a video. And he's like, man, but that's not enough because that other YouTuber gets 100,000 views a video. I need 100,000. You see what I mean? And it's never ending because you're not appreciating what the fuck you have. So even if you get to the 100,000 views, you're not going to appreciate that because now you're going to want 500,000 views. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a never-ending cycle. So, and the problem is not the views. The problem is you. You understand what I'm saying? That's the problem. You understand? Because the thing is, yes, it's good to get the views and you appreciate it. Just like I appreciate that, you know, I got 50,000 subscribers on YouTube, and I appreciate every view that a person gives on a video and likes it and shares it, and I appreciate that stuff. But see, if I'm constantly like, man, you know, this other guy has, you know, 200,000 subscribers and he gets like 50,000 views a video, that, you know what I'm saying? Like now it's like I'm not enjoying the moment. I'm not appreciating what I have. And then therefore I'm in a constant state of frustration and anxiety and anger and all this other crazy stuff. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm not appreciating the situation. You see what I mean? So, you know, what is Bada Jock saying? He's saying it's important because, what is he talking about? What's important, Bada Jock? Oh, he's talking about, he said to have sex with girls consistently, you need your own place before you need money. See, this is why game is important. This is why game is important. See, and let me say this. Now, would having your own place make it easier to have basically a place to have sex? Yes. You understand what I'm saying? If you have your own place to take women to, then it's easier to have sex versus if you didn't have your own place. Let's say if you was sleeping on a friend's couch or some shit, you understand? Even if you was staying with your parents, it's easier if you have your own place than with your parents. You can still fuck chicks with your parent, you know, if you're at your parents' place, or you can still fuck chicks. If you're at your friend's house, you can fuck chicks at a hotel, whatever it is, you can still do it. But when you have your own place, the logistics are a little bit easier because it's your own place. You ain't got to really, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got to like make sure like, and especially like, let's say, you know, let's say if you're staying at a friend's house or your parents' house, you got to sort of coordinate with that situation. But if you have your own place, then it's like, cool, I got my own place. But with that being said, having your own place doesn't make it easier to get the women. You understand what I'm saying? It makes it easier as far as logistics are concerned, but it doesn't make it easier to get the women. Meaning, just because you have your own place doesn't mean you're going to walk outside and approach a woman and it's going to be easier to get her in the situation to want to like date you or see you or hook up with you. You understand what I'm saying? You still need the skills to do that. But yeah, if you have your own place, then, you know, the logistics a little easier because, you know, you could go on fucking Tinder, get on FaceTime with a chick and be like, hey, you know, come over, I got some wine, let's make this happen. Versus if you're at your parents' house, unless you know, if you got some stuffy ass parents, they might throw some salt in your game. So you need you know, having your own place will make it a little easier to you know what I'm saying, as far as logistics are concerned. You understand what I'm saying? But listen, you can fuck a chick anywhere. You understand what I'm saying? You can fuck a chick anywhere. You understand? Hold on. What was King Lee saying? He said, don't you think women get turned off if you have them to a hotel, especially during COVID? No, bro. Listen, if a girl wants to D, she's going to make it. Listen, see, I don't want to like get explicit about sexual situations I've had, but I'll just say this. I fucked women in places that you shouldn't fuck women in. You understand that you shouldn't be fucking in. I should say that, okay? I've had sex with women in places you shouldn't have sex with women in. You understand? So if the woman wants the D, it will go down. And listen, when I was living with my mother at freaking 26 years old, I was still bringing chicks to the house and smashing. So you can still do it. You understand what I'm saying? You can still do it. But what I'm saying is, so for some of you guys, y'all don't have cool ass parents like that. You understand? So that's going to be a little bit tricky. Some of your parents is cock blockers. You understand what I'm saying? Some of your parents is on that. Well, if you live under my roof, you're not going to be bringing any of these women. You know what I'm saying? You got them type of parents. You understand? See, by the juke, you don't understand. Listen, women fuck homeless dudes. You understand what I'm saying? Women want the D. That's what y'all don't get. They want the D. You understand? And see, that type of thinking is limiting yourself in the game of thinking, well, I can't get girls unless I have my own place. That's bullshit. Now, again, if you have your own place, the logistics, meaning when I say logistics, that means that the smoothness or how easy it's going to be to get the girl from this place to that place will be a little bit easier because you ain't got to worry about the place you're going to fuck her. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the thing. But you having your own place doesn't make it easier to get women, though. That's what I don't want you guys to get it confused. Because you got a lot of dudes who have their own place who these niggas ain't. A woman has never stepped into their place ever. You understand what I'm saying? Like they got their own place. Their place look nice. No woman has ever stepped into their apartment or house ever because they have enough game to get a girl down to the place. You understand what I'm saying? So, but yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, if you got your own place, cool. Because then the logistics are a little bit easier. Because you could freaking uh go to a bar near your apartment, meet some ladies, take them back up there. You understand? Crazy. You said, how do you get your girl to open relationships so you can mess with other women but make her your main? Well, what are you talking? Well, that is your main girl. What are you talking about? If that's your girl, that's your main girl. You understand? And then you deal with other women. But y'all got to be ready for that shit. Some of y'all listen. I'll be suggesting that, like, I feel like dudes need to like be in a relationship. I wouldn't say like not necessarily has to be monogamous, but dudes need to spend some quality time with one woman for at least a year or two or something to get the gist of being, consistent with a woman. I don't think a lot of dudes is ready to handle being with two women consistently or three or whatever. You understand what I'm saying? So, you said, do you approach women in groups? Yes, I do. And you can actually learn how to approach women in groups if you go to badboymembership.com. I got a whole program on the Bad Boy Membership called How to Approach Women in Groups. You feel what I'm saying? Mr. G Rattlesnake, you said it's not all sunshine and rainbows. It takes more effort. The more women you have, facts. It's it's effort, people. It is goddamn efforts. You know what I'm saying? Man. Crazy. Iceberg, as you said, have I ever wondered what will happen to the Bad Boy membership after you and Miles are gone? That's an interesting question. Well, I mean, the information's gonna still be there. You feel what I'm saying? I might have to. I gotta actually, do something like, for that, where it'll probably just be an archive, and people will still be able to join it, and still view it. You understand what I'm saying? And still get the game. You understand? I'll actually, you know, get something in place for that at some point. You understand what I'm saying? For that to go down, because it's so much information that needs to stick around forever. You know what I'm saying? It's so much good information. You said, as a single man, how do you get a woman to cheat on her husband for one night? She loves him, but I just want to fuck one time. Come on, man. You guys, I swear, y'all guys be wanting to get it. Y'all want to get yourselves in some bullshit. It's like, goddamn. Listen, you don't get a woman to cheat on her husband. A woman cheats on her husband because she wants to cheat on her husband. So there's nothing really like she needs to want to do that. You understand? But at the same time, I don't think that should be your focus anyway, because that's bringing a lot of, weird ass energy into the situation. Because I'm telling y'all, most dudes who are married are beta males. You understand? And what that means is that these guys, if you mess with their wives, some of these dudes, they'll go off on the deep end, bruh. They will go off on the deep end, and they're not going to confront their wife. Now, some of them will confront their wife, but a lot of times they're going to come after you. You understand? And you don't want that drama. You don't want the drama with an emotional ass nigga. You understand what I'm saying? Yo, listen. Listen. Don't worry about the tough guys. You got to worry about emotional ass niggas, okay? Emotional ass niggas are the worst. You understand what I'm saying? They're the worst. Because you don't know what these dudes do. You don't know what the fuck these niggas is gonna do. You understand what I'm saying? You got to be careful with that shit. So there's a lot of women out here who are single and ready to mingle. You feel what I'm saying? And you can get that shit popping. Now, I've messed with chicks back in the day who had boyfriends and fiancés and all that other shit. You understand? And I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it. See, I was lucky that, there wasn't really a lot of drama that happened, but I don't recommend it. Especially nowadays. Because, see, nowadays dudes are so fucking dudes are so soft and have such a scarcity mindset and have such a hard time getting women. When these guys get women, these beta male dudes, these guys who have a hard time getting women, that's like an accomplishment for them. That's like their whole life, you understand, with these women. So what happens is that you fucking around with their wife or their girlfriend or whatever, they just can't, they're not gonna be able to take that. They'll lose their fucking minds. And then you'll probably be in the middle of all that bullshit. It ain't gonna be worth it. Bodo Jockey said, do I recommend marriage? Yes or no? I say this, for most dudes, I wouldn't recommend them to get married. And I said this before, is that the reason why is because you have to have, your game has to be superb for you to have an enjoyable marriage. You understand what I'm saying? Most dudes are not, they're not built for marriage. They're not. Because see, understand this. A lot of guys are married, but they're unhappily married. You understand? See, people don't talk about this shit. It's not about just being in the situation. Are you happy in the situation? Are you enjoying yourself in the situation? You understand what I'm saying? Are you enjoying yourself in the situation? And most men aren't enjoying themselves in a situation. And to be told, most women aren't enjoying themselves in a situation because most of these dudes are dudes they settled for. You understand? Most marriages are a beta male and a woman who settled for the beta male. That's what most marriages are. You understand? Most marriages are dudes who's like, yes, dear, whatever you say, dear. And the woman's like, I'm mad at you. Go sleep on the couch. That's most marriages nowadays. Right? And so she's not attracted to her man. Her man is weak. Right? She probably has sex with him maybe once a month, and she's cheating on this nigga. You understand what I'm saying? So it's ridiculous. So for most dudes, I would say no because they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Now, if you know what you're doing, if you know how to really navigate a situation and deal with women, then yes, marriage could be really good for you. You understand what I'm saying? It could be very beneficial. Theodore, you said, has a girl ever asked if you tricked before? Are you saying have they asked me to trick, or have they asked have I ever tricked before? Um, I don't even remember a girl asking me if I tricked before. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I don't think a woman has asked me that. Shout out to Anthony, what's popping, bro? Appreciate you. You said, do you manage different emotions from women constantly long term, not short term? Hold on, wait. Let me read that. He said, how do you manage different emotions from women constantly long term, not short term? Well, okay. Well, the thing is, you got to manage emotions no matter what. You understand what I'm saying? Listen, you could have a one night stand with a chick. You got to manage the emotions for that one night. You understand what I'm saying? Depending on the context, depending on the situation, depending on what's going on between the time you meet her to the time y'all fucking. There's times you still might have to manage emotions. Meaning, like, you at a club, you at a bar, you talking to some girl, maybe she's there with a friend. You understand what I'm saying? You flirting with her and she want to make something happen, but her friend acting all funny, and then she starts acting all funny now, but you could tell she's feeling you, but so now you're going back and forth with this chick. Then the friend is ready to leave, but she want to take her friend, but the friend that want to fuck you don't want to go because she want to fuck you, and now she's like feeling conflicted if she should stay with you or go with the friend. Right. And so now you're talking some stuff in the air. You're like, nah, just let's stay, let's hang out, let's get another drink, let's chill and talk, and let's let's have a good time tonight, yada yada yada. Right. And then her friend leaves and she's with you now, and y'all chilling, y'all kissing. She's thinking, damn, I think I should have just stayed with my friend, I don't know. And you're like, nah, come on. And this is just one night. This is the first time you're meeting this woman. And you're managing all these goddamn emotions. You understand? Crazy. Ridiculous. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's always constant manage emotions. You understand what I'm saying? Now, depending on to the extent you want to manage emotions, that's on you. So when you're in a marriage or a long-term relationship, that's consistent managing emotions. Consistent. It's like it's nonstop. It's nonstop. But see, the thing is that there are benefits to the situation, which is why you're doing it, which is why you're in the relationship. You know what I find interesting? There's a lot of guys who have weak game who get into long-term relationships or marriages, which is weird because they're not actually getting anything for the time that they're in these relationships. Meaning the woman's disrespecting them, The woman is, not really giving them sex like they want. Um, you know, they're dealing with a bunch of emotions and shit, and they're just miserable. So it's like, why are you there? Why are you with this woman? This is why dudes be talking about MGTOW and taking the red pill, and I'm pumping and dumping, is because these are dudes who were in relationships with women where the women were disrespecting them, not giving them sex like that, and having a certain type of attitude, or being emotional. And these guys was like, I'm not trying to manage this shit. And the reason why they didn't want to manage it was because there's no payoff for them. See, when you have game, there's always a payoff when you're dealing with women. If you don't have game, women will suck the energy out of you. They will suck the life out of you. And this is why so many guys feel a certain type of way about the game now, because they deal with women in a way where women just suck the life out of them, because men don't know how to manage situations in order to get women to submit, serve them, to be of service to them, just, in general. You understand? So that's why dudes, shout out Dada Saints was popping, bro. That's why dudes don't really you know like like fucking with chicks like that, or not necessarily don't like fucking with chicks. The idea of having to deal with women gives guys a headache. They're like, oh, I gotta fucking talk to these girls. I gotta talk to a bunch of chicks. I gotta deal with their bullshit. Oh, they're gonna play games. They're gonna flake. They only want Chad. They only want Tyrone. All this game stuff is nonsense. And see, again, they're thinking about it in a draining way because they don't know how to do it correctly. You understand? See, what I teach guys is that you want to be able to get the meat and discard the fat. You understand? From the game. And a lot of guys, they're so concerned with playing around in the fat. You understand what I'm saying? I'm like, get rid of the fat. Like, don't even, you understand? Like, shout out to my dude Eddie Fuse. He did a video the other day where he was talking about how basically dudes need to stop giving energy to women who aren't really cooperating with them or trying to talk to them or whatever. So he said, so for example, you approach a girl and you say, hey miss, how you doing, right? And then she like sucks her teeth or gives you attitude. And then so what some guys are going to do is they're going to be like, oh miss, why you acting like that? Why you gotta have an attitude? I'm just trying to talk to you. I'm just trying to get to know you. So you're wasting energy interacting with this woman, and then all that's doing is basically bigging her up because you're giving her more attention. So what Eddie Fuse is saying, and I totally agree with that, with this, is you talk to a chick, she give you attitude, walk the fuck away. You understand what I'm saying? You say, hey miss, how you doing? How's your night going? She's like, oh, I don't feel like talking right now. Walk the fuck away. Simple. You cutting out the fat. See, when you walk away, right? And like what he was saying is that you take a piece of her with you, meaning that she's gonna be like, why the fuck did this guy just walk away like that? That's weird. And it makes her question what she did, which is interesting because it's actually teaching her something too. It's teaching her, listen, if I act this way to guys, this could be the consequence. So a guy who I might like, or a guy who could actually be good for me, could walk and talk to me, and my attitude could fucking push him away. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, you cut the fat out of the game. See, the reason why guys are so frustrated is because they focus on a girl they like. They put all their energy into this one girl, and they start chasing her, right? And then when things don't work out with that girl or nothing happens, then they spend more time being frustrated about it not happening. So this is what they'll do. Let's say they have a girl, I don't know, in their school, something at college. They see her in the hallways or whatever. They're thinking about approaching her, so they take 2 weeks to think about approaching her. They finally approach her, right? And let's say this girl gives him the number or some shit, right? And then he texts her, she doesn't respond. He texts her again, she doesn't respond, right? And then he texts her a third time, and let's say she does respond. He's like, "Oh, hey, I haven't seen you in school around school. Like, let's hang out or whatever, whatever." And then she still doesn't respond. He texts her 2, 3 more times, right? And then what happens is he sees her in school again, and she's like, "Hey, I'm sorry, I've just been busy. I'm just not really I'm so busy with schoolwork and finals are coming up, and I don't know, and I'm just not really trying to do that right now." So now this dude took a month and a half to get to that point because he was focusing on this girl for a month and a half. So now he spent all this month and a half focusing on this one girl. And so now he's frustrated. You understand what I'm saying? He's frustrated. So now when you say, man, just go talk to another girl, him thinking of talking to another girl, it's like, man, so I got to do all this shit all over again. I've invested all this time and energy into this girl already, and I got nothing out of it. I don't want to have to go through this again. See, he's playing the game incorrectly. See, instead of waiting 2 weeks to go and approach that girl when you first meet her, right? Exchange numbers. Set up a time to meet. If she doesn't respond, you keep it pushing to the next girl. So now she's done. So you cut the fat. You're not sitting there texting her, double texting her, setting up a bunch of dates and trying to make something happen and chasing after her and all this other stuff. That's going to exhaust you. You understand? You treat that shit like a casting call. I remember when I did my movie, How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day. I told you guys you can watch on YouTube. I have a short film called How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day. We did a casting call. We had 200 people that was supposed to come down to the casting call. And this is how the numbers game works. We had 200 people that were supposed to come to the casting call. Only 35 people came to the casting call. Right? So that's basically like, 170 people that didn't show up? You understand? That didn't show up. You know, it's funny. A lot of those people that didn't show up, they all emailed me with the same excuse. "Oh, I'm sick. I'm sorry. I came down with something." Imagine you got 100 emails of everyone saying they're sick. That's how you know niggas is bullshitters. You understand? See, let me talk about that point real quick before I wrap this up. This is how you'll learn game. When I did my movie, How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day, my short film, right? I had 200 people that were supposed to come to the audition. I had about 30 to 35 people come to the audition. So that means about 170 people didn't show up, right? And so what happened is that I think the night before the actual auditions, we emailed all the people to remind them, "Hey, tomorrow's the audition. Come at this time." Right? Now, only 30 to 35 people showed up. Do you realize about 100 people responded to that email, the ones who didn't show up, saying, "Hey, I'm so sorry, I'm sick. Hey, I'm so sorry, I came down with something. Hey, I'm so sorry, I'm sick. Oh, I came down with a cold. Oh, I'm not feeling too good." So 100 people. Basically, this wasn't no COVID shit. This was back in 2013, 14. You understand what I'm saying? So 100 people responded saying they were sick, which is why they didn't show up to the fucking audition. Right? That's bullshit. Right? That's bullshit. See, Susie Q talking about might be too nice to let you down. I don't know. See, that's the thing. That's the thing. Now, what does that remind you of? What does that remind you of? I don't know. Maybe when you're setting a date with a girl and you say, "Hey, are we still on for tomorrow?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I came down with something. I'm so sick." Right? You know it's BS. It's BS. This is what I'm talking about, learning and understanding the game. Me experiencing that showed me how much people are bullshitters. It showed me how much people are full of shit. Those 100 people were not sick. They just didn't come to the thing because they were too lazy to come. They forgot. Something else came up that they wanted to do, but they were not sick. But that's what they said to me, because instead of being honest and say, "Hey, my bad, I fucking woke up late. Hey, my bad. Some other shit came up that I wanted to do. I wanted to go see a movie. Whatever." Right? They say, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sick. I can't make it." Being flaky. And so because I experienced that and saw that, and I was actually blown away when that happened. Because I was like, I cannot believe this many people are full of shit. I was like, this many people are full of shit. I was like, oh my God. Like I didn't realize this many people were full of shit until I experienced this many people being full of shit. And so this is what I'm saying, where when you're out here in the game, what you're going to do is you're going to be dealing with a number of different women, and you're going to see those same type of patterns. You're going to get texts from women, and they're all going to say the same shit. Oh, can we do a rain check? Oh, I'm busy at work. Something came up at work. Oh, my friend came into town, and I have to hang out with her. Oh, I'm so sick. I came down with something. Yeah, you came down with a case of somebody else's dick. That's what you came down with. So this is what I'm saying, where you'll understand that these things go down. You see what I'm saying? You'll understand that. Exactly. See, Priest said, I've seen girls tell me they're busy. The next thing you know, they're drinking on this story. Exactly. Oh, I'm so busy. I'm so caught up at work. And then you go on Instagram, you see this bitch at the bar taking shots. You see what I'm saying? So this is what I'm saying, where you got to really be out here in the game to see what the fuck is going on out here. You understand? You said, let's say a guy is happily married but likes the side chick only on a smash type, but the side keeps trying to work her way to be the main, but ain't good for that role and is usually a pain in the ass. What's Oh man. You said a guy is happily married but likes the side chick only. How you happily married if you like the side chick only? What are you talking about? You see what I'm saying? I don't even understand that question, bro. Man. But that's what I'm saying, where you'll learn a lot about this game, man, when you look at the details, bro. Look at the fucking details. You will see that a lot of these chicks is on some bullshit. You will see that when a chick actually likes you, she'll fuck with you. She'll get with you. She'll make it happen. AT said, if I had $1 for every woman that gave the, oh, I'm not feeling well excuse, I have many dollars. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Oh, I just came down with something like full of shit. You see what I'm saying? And this is what I'm saying, where when a woman actually wants to make something happen, she will make it happen. She'll make it happen. What up, Dustin? What's popping? She'll make it happen. This is why you don't listen. Again, cut the fat of the game. Cut the fat. This is why it's easy to be direct with women. Because when you're direct with women, the women who want to fuck with you, they'll fuck with you. You understand? The women who don't, they won't. You understand? It's that simple. Like, chicks who don't really feel you come up with a million fucking excuses. Chicks who like you, they will find time and make time. You understand? They'll make time. This nigga Quay talking about Locario race matters. Oh, shit. But that's what I'm saying, man. Well, listen, I ain't want this to be too long, man. But yo, listen, I'm about to head up out of here. I appreciate all you guys. Appreciate you for the 50,000 subscribers, man. Make sure you like the video, share the video with your peoples, man, so we can get more of the game out here, so guys can get the real shit. You understand? Because listen, you know, a lot of these dudes, right? They're being misguided, bro. I'm telling you, like part of what I've had to do over the years is correct misinformation about attracting women. You understand what I'm saying? It's a lot of correcting misinformation. You understand what I'm saying? So, spread this around so dudes could really get this real shit. You understand? So I appreciate every last one of y'all who liked the video, shared the video, everybody on the Bad Boy membership, everybody who's ever bought a book, you know what I'm saying? Everyone who's viewed a live stream, whatever, man. You understand what I'm saying? Appreciate all of y'all. So I'm about to head up out of here, and I will holler at you guys later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone.